guess what? You guys are officially engineers. You have engineered, Luce, a trash collector. You've tested it out. You figured out, is it going to solve your problem? Now, wait a second. What is our problem? Timmy.
Danny the duck can't swim in garbage water.
Danny the duck cannot swim in garbage water. Why not?
Because Yumi and Dev have to get all the garbage out.
Why?
Because so Danny the duck can live.
That's right. Can he live in dirty water?
No.
Will he be a healthy duck?
No.
No. Will he be a happy duck?
No.
No. Sonny?
If he swims in that water, the water would turn color.
And would he like that? No way. Would you want to swim in water that turns colors?
No.
Ooh, gross.
Maybe it's going to turn green.
Will that be good?
Brown.
Green or brown?
Black.
Mm-mm.
Black.
All right. Shh. No, thank you. We are on our final chapter. Chapter 6. The next day, Yumi, Dev, and their families took a big trip to the beach. Yumi was excited to tell her dad about the improved trash collector she made with Dev. And we picked up all this trash, and now the pond is safe for all the animals that live there, Yumi said. Wow, said Yumi's dad. It sounds like you made a lot of improvements to your trash collector. Can you show me how it works? Yumi pulled the trash collector out of the beach bag and held it up to show her dad while they walked to the water with Dev. Dev found a water bottle floating near the shore, and Yumi scooped it up. And look, said Yumi, pointing at the trash collector, it lets out the water so it gets back into the ocean where it belongs. Wow, very impressive, said Yumi's dad. I am so proud of you for making something to help keep this water clean.
What is it?
Hey, what's that woman doing? Asked Dev. A woman in a red vest was walking down the beach with a long pole. She used it to grab a can that was sticking out of the sand. Hi, what's that pole for? Yumi asked the woman. Well, some people who visit the beach leave their trash on the ground instead of bringing it to a trash can, said the woman. The beach isn't just for people. Lots of animals live here too. And the trash could hurt them or make them sick. So I use this tool to pick up the trash from the sand. The woman waved at the boat that was floating in the ocean nearby. A man on the boat used a hook to lift a plastic bag out of the ocean and put it in a bin. Whoa, what's that? Asked Yumi. Well, it's a cleanup boat, said the woman. It's important to clean trash off the sand and out of the water. Trash is dangerous for the animals that live in the ocean too. Yumi, that hook could pick up so much trash, said Dev. Do you think maybe we could engineer something like that? Brian, I bet we could, said Yumi with a big smile. She pointed out to the ocean. Who knows how many more animals we could save that need our help out there. Dev grabbed their notebook from the beach bag and started to draw pictures of the tools from the cleanup boat. Yumi said, Baby Min, you want to help us look for spots on the beach that we could use for our help? She took Baby Min's hand and walked along the sand, looking for new places to make safer for her animal friends. The end. That was it. How did they do? Did you notice at the end? It wasn't over, was it?
Yeah.
What did they do? Timmy.
They noticed about the hook and the man holding the bag.
Yes.
So the hook can pick up the garbage.
So they noticed the woman in the claw, and they noticed the man with the hook. And they got some more ideas. All right. Today, we are going to do what's called a gallery walk. Okay? Now, I have put all of your, Brian, come scoot over here, your trash collectors that you created on the tables. Now, Brian noticed that his trash collector is not at the seat where he sat. I know. I put them all around so that you guys have to go and take a look at all the trash collectors. Before we begin, we have to come up with some rules for our gallery walk. I'd like to ask you guys, do you think it's okay if you touch all the trash collectors?
No.
Why not? Timmy?
Because they will break.
Yeah, what if they break? We have worked really hard on these trash collectors. So how about our first rule is that we look with our eyes. Is that okay? All right. Now, do you have to look at every single trash collector?
If you want.
What do you think? Kylie?
If
If you want. I think it's a great idea if you look at every single trash collector. Does anyone know why we should look at every trash collector? Emma?
Because it might look cool or
It might look cool. You might get some ideas. If you don't look at everybody's, you might not get an idea. Maybe that last one you look at is going to be the aha. So how about we be sure to observe every trash collector. So this consonant digraph. All right. What happens if you see something you really like?
You could draw it.
What could you do? Emma,
You can draw it.
you could draw it. I like that idea. What if you told your partner?
Yeah. Yeah. What?
If you told your partner? Yeah. We could say, talk to your partner. Talk to your partner. I noticed that they did this. I noticed the shape. I noticed the material. We could say, I notice. Dit, dit, dit. What happens if you see something you don't like? Brian?
If you say it's not a good, then people will be sad.
I was hoping somebody was going to say something like that. If you say, oh, I don't like this, is that going to make somebody feel good or not so good?
Not good.
Not so good. So do you think it's a good idea if we use that kind of negative talk?
Like, I kind of like it.
No. How about this? What if you see something that you're not sure about? Maybe you ask the question, I wonder why they chose to do it this way. I wonder why they used this material. I wonder if this is going to pick up trash. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. Every single one of you guys created a trash collector. Every single one of you guys tested your trash collector. Raise your hand if your trash collector picked up trash.
Some of it.
Any trash, even if it was just one piece of trash. Every one of these trash collectors were tested and work, which means there's not one that's better than the other. They all work. They are all very successful technologies that you as engineers have created. Excellent. Now, did you know that engineers who are working in the real world, even though you guys are engineers in the real world, they share their information. They don't hold it. Oh, I have a great idea and I'm not telling. Engineers love to share the information. So, as you're going through and you're sharing your information, sharing your technology, I want you to think about these questions. What do I like about this trash collector? What is it you like about each one? How will this trash collector do a good job of picking up trash? And finally, does this trash collector give me a new idea? Because as engineers, we need each other so that we could get more ideas, so we could keep improving. Are you guys ready? Do not touch. Take a look. Work with your partner. What do you notice? What do you like about it? You too. I want you to look at this one. What do you notice about it?
It's long.
It's long. Do you think it'll make a good trash collector?
I don't know.
I don't know. What kind of questions could you ask?
Maybe it'll work because it might work because this is like a SR. But because of that little cheesecloth, the cheesecloth doesn't work. And then this part can work too.
This is going to be a good trash collector.
I like it. This is okay. I don't know if it's going to pick up any trash.
You're not sure? It was tested and it does work.
That's Preston. I have no idea who this is.
Now, I'm hoping you guys got some new ideas. One new idea I saw was, and you're going to be talking to your partner about, oh, I like that idea because da-da-da-da-da, right? So, you're going to go back to your turn and talk partners, and you're going to tell them about a new idea you discovered as you were going through the gallery walk. Did you know that engineers actually use these kinds of things, these gallery walks, to get new inspiration? So they look at everybody's designs and think, ooh, maybe I'll try it this way. Does anyone want to share a new idea that they came up with by going through this gallery walk? Genesis.
I saw
Malia, turn.
that have their like holes, and then one of them didn't have no holes.
You saw one that had holes and one that didn't have holes?
Yeah, but they was like stick together.
And they were stuck together. How did the one that had the holes, what's that going to help do?
Take out all the water.
And the part that did not have any holes?
The trash.
The trash. That's excellent. Do you guys realize you are engineers? We started off asking lots of questions. Do you remember any questions we asked? Tangiel?
What's this material worth in water?
We asked lots of questions. And then what do we do? Maria, what do we do next?
We have to imagine.
Yeah, we imagine, how are we going to solve this problem? And then we moved on to something else. We planned it out. How did we plan it out? We drew a picture of what we thought in our minds. We imagined it, and then we drew it out. Do you remember using the tiny pieces of materials and sticking it to your plan page? Yeah. Genesis, what do we do next? We actually took those materials and our plan, and we made what we drew. We created our trash collector. Brian, as we were creating, what were we doing? We were improving. We had to test it out in order to say, does this work? Doesn't it work? What I'd like you guys to do is you're going to think about a way to create a technology to help clean up our community. What can you create to make a technology that's going to help clean up our playground? Are you guys ready for it? All right. So in lesson 7, we did our gallery walk. Before we begin, we create our set of rules. So we have some guiding questions so that the kids can create the rules themselves. Once they create the rules themselves, we can better follow a lot of the rules. As they go through their gallery walk, I tend to do a more structured gallery walk where each kid is at the table and then we switch. That way I know each child is seeing every single trash collector. It also allows them to be focused on their table and not talking to their friend who is over there, or we have a million clustered at one table or one design. So that way they really get to see everything and talk about everything. I love doing these lessons with my kindergartners. They get so much out of it that we as teachers don't always think they can do. They are true engineers. The things that they can imagine. I mean, kindergartners ask a million questions to begin with, and the things that they can imagine and then plan out. Then they create these designs or technologies that actually do solve problems. It really empowers them to make a difference in our environment, in our lives, in our earth. The stuff they can do is incredible. So I love having these lessons that they can, one, relate to, and then they can carry out over into real world. Kid you not, when we went outside for recess today, they were all, Massar, we have to get trash that's all over the place, just like Danny the duck. So they make those connections and they start realizing that they're 5 and 6, but they can make a difference.